Coral reefs. They're the rainforests of the ocean, vibrant and colorful spectacles. These unique ecosystems support unparalleled biodiversity, showcasing life at its most beautiful. However, coral reefs are facing significant challenges that threaten their existence. What are the causes, and can we find solutions to preserve them? Before delving into the causes and solutions, we must consider the value of coral. Coral reefs act as natural barriers protecting coastal areas from the impact of storms and tropical cyclones. They reduce wave action and absorb some of the energy from the waves, thereby reducing damage to coastal communities. They harbor an incredible diversity of marine life, making them economically significant for fisheries. Coral reefs contribute to climate regulation by storing carbon. Coral polyps extract carbon dioxide from the water and convert it into limestone, aiding in reducing CO2 levels in the atmosphere. One of the primary threats to coral reefs is climate change. Global warming leads to higher sea temperatures, resulting in the phenomenon known as coral bleaching, where corals lose their color due to the expulsion of symbiotic algae living in their tissues. This weakens the coral, making it more susceptible to diseases. While not all bleached corals die, severe bleaching can be a precursor to coral death. The increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide, CO2, not only contributes to climate change, but also causes ocean acidification. Ocean acidification directly affects the ability of corals to maintain their calcium skeletons. Reduced skeleton formation makes the coral vulnerable and can impact the overall health of the reef. Human activities along the coast, such as construction projects and land reclamation, can lead to sedimentation and the discharge of pollutants into the sea. This has adverse effects on water quality around coral reefs. Chemical pollutants can be directly harmful to corals, while sedimentation can reduce the amount of light reaching the corals. Various human activities can devastate coral reefs. Overfishing negatively impacts the marine ecosystem and can disrupt the balance between different species. Excessive fishing can lead to a decline in populations of certain fish species crucial for the reef's balance, resulting in an increase in algae that competes with corals for space and light. Tourism is a significant source of income for many coastal communities, but irresponsible tourism can be harmful to coral reefs. Activities such as diving, snorkeling, and the use of anchored ships can cause physical damage to the coral. Tourist behavior, such as touching corals, can also have negative effects. While diving and snorkeling are gaining popularity during vacations, environmental respect is sometimes lacking. The frequent use of sunscreen by tourists in these vulnerable areas also causes damage, as most sunscreens contain chemicals harmful to coral. The effects include bleaching, disruption of hormone levels, and an increase in diseases. Despite the numerous causes of damage to these beautiful ecosystems, fortunately, there are possible solutions. However, achieving these solutions will not be straightforward. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions is essential to combat climate change. Governments and businesses need to invest in sustainable energy sources and implement policies to reduce emissions. International cooperation is crucial to achieving global climate goals. Lowering meat consumption to decrease methane and CO2 emissions is also important. There are already techniques to extract CO2 from the air, but storing it afterward is difficult. Investing in research on coral reefs and technological innovation can offer new ways to monitor and improve the health of coral reefs. This includes developing methods for the restoration of damaged reefs, such as cultivating and transplanting coral fragments. Even though corals can be grown and replanted, if ocean conditions are not optimal, restoring thriving coral reefs remains a challenging task. Establishing protected marine areas around coral reefs can contribute to preserving these ecosystems. This protects not only the corals themselves, but also the surrounding habitats. Enforcing regulations to control coastal development and maintain water quality is vital. Implementing sustainable fishing practices can reduce the impact of overfishing. Promoting responsible fishing practices helps maintain balance in the marine ecosystem. Reducing pollution from wastewater and chemicals is crucial for coral reef conservation. Local communities can contribute by treating wastewater properly and raising awareness about the consequences of pollution. Informing local communities, tourists, and the global public about the value of coral reefs and the threats they face is crucial. Education can lead to behavioral changes and encourage initiatives for coral reef conservation. Preserving coral reefs is a complex task that requires global collaboration and coordinated efforts. By addressing climate change, promoting sustainable practices, and increasing awareness, we can collectively strive to preserve these valuable ecosystems for future generations.